some feelings.
Oh, here, sorry. We'll go back to the beginning.
Open source is great.
He's literally from Minnesota now. Oh, wrong. We're not doing that. Like, I'm gonna change my mind because of what you say, chat. Nick's Vim enjoyers adding harpoon. Harpoon.plugin.enable equal true. Nice. Oh, chat. Idea show how to add LSP that's not available in Mason. What's an example one that's not available in Mason, Merlot? You got me. Just clone Kickstart, add harpoon, then call it punch start. Is the Scala one in Mason? Metals? I don't know. But Metals has their own whole thing to set up. You can add harpoon config as comments. No, because here's chat. Okay, well, some of you weren't here to understand. Kickstart Premium. Now we're talking. Okay, so the plan is I'm gonna make a video about Kickstart. Okay, same way that we had before, except with all the updates, explaining new stuff for lazy, simple thing about how to break it into new file if you want, stuff like this, right? We're gonna do all of that, top to bottom, read everything, etc. Right? Because I know you guys can't read, so you need me to read it, right? Then the plan is for the following Take Tuesdays, they all start with the Kickstart repo. So like we'll do a video on Harpoon, right? And then it will be like, we'll do a video on Harpoon and I'll show you how to take the Kickstart config and add Harpoon and then use it. Right? No, not lazy Git. Lazy Vim. Like lazy nvim, the package manager. Will the changes be pushed today? They'll be pushed at least to the branch. They're pushed on the branch right now. Dude, conform nvim looks exactly. Conform nvim is great. It's really good. Content stacking is lazy. Yes, lazy is better than Packer, I think. What are your harpoon bindings? My harpoon bindings are. So, do I have this in a separate file? I do. So I have meta H for harpoon and mark, and then list. So I have meta H for list. So here's my files that are here, right? Like this, right? And then I can do, which I never actually use these, so I can probably delete these. But list like this, okay? And then I just have space, which is basically like my leader 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to move between them. Facebook home, yeah. Meta is also, yeah. I make sure to give it a thumbs up and I liked this. Isn't Packer abandoned? Yeah, I think so. Nice collab with Prime would be awesome. What could Prime possibly add to Harpoon that I couldn't add by actually reading? I also got the NeoVim manual video per chapter and release one chapter every week. Oh man, Meta H feels like an Emacs user. Yeah, but these are so rare for me to add or list them, right? That's true. Maybe at the end I can just have him come in and say the name is the Harpoonogen, and that's it. You know, like that's all. He just comes in for that. That's the series employed. Exactly. Capitalizing on demand. Yeah, you're right, Luciano. We got it. Require harpoon. What does the work in progress mean? Whitman just means work in progress. CCLS. Okay. I don't know. I don't think I'm going to show how to install one separately. We might cover that in a follow-up like LSP video though. You'd never collab with a random guy named TGDV. Exactly. Love to take Tuesday video. Nice to see that we got the series back. It's back, Cowface. It's back. Anyway, so those are mine. So I really like space 1, space 2, space 3, space 4, space 5 for my harpoon navs. Right? And then I like these ones are just fine. I don't know. I just needed something different that I wasn't using. Kickstart video, but it ends with the word harpoon. Exactly. Leader number is actually clever. Yep. Let's just pull you up here. Now, what do you mean with this? Huh? What do you mean with actually? Are you surprised I had a clever idea? I was surprised I didn't think about it. Smiley face. Yeah. No, I'm just kidding. Oh, man. Oh, man. Where were we? Okay. Hello. Cyberbully. Well, yeah, butt ban. We had harpoon. All right, so okay, so there you go. So that's the plan for harpoon, though. Okay. That's the plan of harpoon. Is I do want to cover it because I do think it's a great plugin, but I think we're not going to cover it here. Okay. So let's go top to bottom, see where we're at here. And actually, you know what? Maybe we should take a quick break so my brain has some time to split up. Chat, should we watch this video right now? We'll do it. We'll do a poll because a lot of people were asking me earlier to say it. Should I react to this right now? Yes, no, because I'm going to eat lunch soon too. Okay, you can start a poll right now. Okay, you can vote. I'm probably not going to listen to you either way, but I will do a vote anyways. Because Theo's actually right in this video. I've already watched it. Chad, if we watch the video, I'll add harpoon. You demos around, please. Yeah, we should do that. Needs demo in the video. No, don't watch. Well, it looks like yeses are gonna win. Sorry, Bisco. What's this? Oh my goodness, Bisco, it's too late. Chat's gonna decide. I've been meaning to talk about this video anyways, though, because I do think there's a lot of good advice for people. Don't give him primary. Oh no, Bisco, don't worry. We're not adding harpoon. Okay. Here, we'll watch this. We'll just watch it. It won't take very long. Okay, there you go, chat. Ready? You guys are still up? Yeah. Here, we'll take this off so that you can see more of this. What you add harpoon? No, that was obviously a meme, Bisco.
Probably shouldn't contribute to it. I know, spicy take. Y'all are gonna have some feelings.
Oh, here, sorry. We'll go back to the beginning.
Open source is great.
He's literally from Minnesota now. Oh, Theo, I didn't know Theo was from the Midwest like me.
Open source is great, and you probably shouldn't contribute to it. I know, spicy take. Y'all are gonna have some feelings about this one, but this isn't a clickbait video. I do actually believe that most developers probably shouldn't be contributing to open source, or at the very least setting open source contributions as a goal. We're gonna take a bit of a
this part is the part that he's right. Yeah, get Ken Wheeler on the beat. Touch the volume, we can push it up a bit. Yeah, this part is true. Screen tearing, it doesn't bother me at all. So the reason that I actually wanted to listen to this, I was circling Theo's face. The reason I wanted to listen to this is because a bunch of people ask me, hey, how do I start contributing to open source? And then I think I usually tell them some similar advice to this.
A weird journey, but I think it will highlight why I feel so strongly about this and also help developers both new and seasoned in bettering themselves. Well, why am I talking about this? As per usual, I saw a tweet. This tweet frustrated me.
Dang, I
Not
like
because
that
of
edit.
the tweet itself. The tweet was fine, but the responses that
This
I was
part's
seeing
fine.
to
This
it.
is just saying like,
Flavia,
learn TypeScript and everyone says blah, blah, blah. Don't do TypeScript, blah, blah, blah. We'll skip ahead. This part is the part
I
that's
called
interesting.
out the issue I saw here, which was about beginners desperately trying to sneak in open source contributions. But since I used the word TypeScript here, specifically I said if they still see TypeScript as a hurdle, there'll be a massive burden to whatever project they contribute to. That's a fact. I'm not going to debate that. Let me know in the comments that I'm wrong, because
He's wrong because all the fun projects aren't TypeScript, chat. Okay, so like obviously that part's wrong. You should just be contributing to not TypeScript or JavaScript projects. Like pick a fun language instead and enjoy your free time. That's the main takeaway from the video.
because that's not what this is actually about. And I think if I show you the real Reddit post, you'll understand just what I mean here. Here's the original post everyone is replying to. Trying to find some good project without TypeScript to contribute. Can someone help me in finding a good open source project in React without TypeScript, which contains good first issues for a beginner to start, as I need to start doing open source, but can't find the suitable project.
So this is the big problem. I don't even know if we need to watch the rest of the video, because Theo just like basically says a bunch of stuff about this. That's correct. So you can watch the rest if you want. But the important part here is people often ask me how I got started in open source. And I'll tell you again, I'll remind you, the reason I got started in open source is because I fixed a problem I was having. Right? That's how I started with NeoVim. Right? And then like it was useful to the project because it was a thing I was solving, even though I was a noob. And like we can go look. Where's my origin project? Here you go. Here's my original PR to NeoVim. This is my first ever open source contribution. I didn't even know how to use Git. I messed up the Git history so bad that we didn't merge this. They had to cherry pick my commits and then do other stuff because I didn't know what was happening. Okay. But they were like, I was so bad. I mean, I asked a lot of questions and I was super nice and helpful and talked a lot and wrote a bunch of tests and other stuff like that, right? This is why it got merged. It's not because I was looking to get a job or something else, right? I had a problem. There was an issue right here. I ran into the same issue. I was like, hey, how can I solve this? And they said, oh, it's probably here. I'll start looking at this. Hey, can you check this to see if it works? That's the one I had in mind. Awesome. And this hasn't been implemented. I think this can be closed, right? So I literally didn't know anything else, right? What do you do if you don't have a problem? Well, then you probably should not just like pick a random open source project to contribute to. You should use something that you're already using, that you either have some expertise in, some idea of something that you already like know something about, or that you're using for work or somewhere else, right? Because then you have some actual like thing to do. When I can't tell if you're being a memer, but contributing to open source gets you a job. I don't think so. I don't think that that's true, like as a rule, right? Like that's just not, I don't think that that's the case. I literally thought you started NVIM. No, what? Oh my goodness. No, definitely not. No, I came along later. It can help though. Sure, lots of things can help getting a job, right? I'm not saying open source can't help you get a job, right? But I'm saying like, just because you have some GitHub contribution doesn't mean that you're going to get a job. And a lot of people don't care that you contributed to open source. My first 2 jobs, nobody cared about my open source stuff that I did, right? Like nobody cared. I hadn't done a ton of it yet either, but like nobody cared. My last job for SourceGraph, they kind of cared, but it wasn't like the main reason that I got hired, right? What about all my grammar PRs? No job. It's still helpful maybe, but like you're probably not going to get that, right? What's up, Etsy? Does your current boss care? Well, that's a good question. That's my current boss. I guess probably I'd say it was my wife. She thinks it's cool that I did it. So she thinks it's really sweet. I don't think that like contributing to FOSS is a great way to get a job, because you can spin your wheels on a bunch of stuff that does nothing. Right? Like, who cares if you keep building, you spend all this time on this project, no one uses it, and it's bad, right? Like, that actually doesn't help you get anything you need to know to get a real job, right? Now, you can sometimes have that happen, right? You can sometimes have that happen, and it can lead to somewhere else, right? Whether that's working directly with open source or other stuff like that. But I don't think that it's like a guarantee. It's definitely not a guarantee, and it's certainly not a requirement, right? I would say you'd probably be way better off like going to a local meetup than spending time working on a random open source project, right? Like that would be way more likely to get you your foot in the door at a place and actually like get a job somewhere than like working on an open source project, right? Because then you like meet someone and maybe they find out that you're nice and fun and good to work with and passionate about something. Okay, cool. So I'm going to Rust Nation. Nice, exactly. Networking is better than open source contributions? Probably for getting a job, yeah, I would say. But obviously, like, it still depends on all the different, like, situations, right? It's not enough to just say, oh, for sure, like, networking is always better than open source contributions. Like, the world's a pretty big place, and there's a lot of different kinds of people, right? So it's not so obvious to say one thing will always work. That's one of the things I think Theo does a really good job of in this video talking about, which we can watch a little bit more of still, is, like, it's still not a guarantee that, like, because you do open source, that's what I need to get a job. That's a pretty bad, like, method, particularly when, like, instead of it doing well, you end up submitting, like, PRs with saying, I need to get a pull request accepted, and then basically people hate you, right? The main reason I think open source can help you get a job is because you're actually building something. So you're not just like watching something or just like reading a book only. You're like building something, right? And I think building something gives you real skills. That part's good, right? But then it's not actually the open source that's getting you the job, right? It's that you're building new skills. And it's a really different way of looking at open source, right? You can even build skills if your issue doesn't get closed and accepted, right? Yes, working on OSS can build your network as well. Yep. It's possible. No one dives that deep into a GitHub profile. I'll give you a little hint. No one looks at your GitHub profile. They don't care. Like, to get past the algorithmic part of the resume thing, they don't check how many things are on your GitHub or whatever. They're not checking that, right? And then by the time you get to an actual interview with a person, they also don't care what your GitHub profile says. They care how you can talk and communicate about those things and tell them about them. They don't care if it looks like you contributed to a lot of stuff. It doesn't make any difference, right?
The problem here
we'll go a little
is
faster
I
on
need
this.
to start doing open source. Nobody needs to start doing open source. This is why I am so very specifically frustrated. And you can even see their replies down here. Here it is. When you do open source, your debugging skills improve and everything like networking, which can be good for referrals, attract interviewee when they see you make contribution in open source, and scope of learning is high. This sounds like either he ChatGPT'd, why should I do open source? Or just read a list of the things you should do to get your first tech job. This sucks, like genuinely, because open source is never about helping somebody get started with dev. Open source is about sharing contributions to things you use so others can use them and benefit from them as well. And if you don't...
It's possible. So like, it's possible to do some of these things with open source. But generally speaking, the kind of person who thinks open source is just like a step to get to getting a job is not going to receive these because they're not giving anything. Okay, right? So it's like, oh, thanks, honey. Oh. So like when I was doing this project, I did not think of this as like, I need this to get my next step. I was thinking, how can I learn a lot and be really good and helpful? Right? Because of that, other people, because I was giving and showing that I cared and I valued their time, the response was also that they were valuing my time, right? Now, it doesn't happen every time. Some people don't want to do that, blah, blah. It's great, right? That's fine. But like they happen to do that. And a lot of it, I think, is motivated because I was willing to show I really want to do this, right? So like you can literally even read this. The direction you're going with presenting a design and writing tests is optimal. Okay. Even though I was stupid at the time, just a dumb college kid, not even graduated, been programming for like a year. Makes it super easy for me or others to come in near the end and look for gaps, fuzz the tests, think about missing tests, comment on possible best practice. If you're really good about having features that have good test coverage, even if I don't care about the feature, as long as they don't make the code much more complicated. This is not the response you're going to get if you're just trying to use the project for your own gain, especially if you're not at least driving some other value to the project, right? You understand? You guys understand the difference there, right? Like, it's a very big difference. Justin is super pragmatic. I learned so much from Justin. I love having him as our NeoVim person. We'll keep
know which projects you should be contributing to. It's because the cart's being put before the horse here. Obviously, contributing to open source does help with getting jobs. As a hiring manager, if I can look at your GitHub and see a lot of contributions, read through the code and see that you know what you're doing, that builds a level of trust that I couldn't have otherwise gotten without having worked with you in the past. But I feel like the cart's getting put before the horse here because the open source contributions aren't valuable because they exist. They're valuable because they show that you've run into real problems with software. Not only did you have those problems, you fixed them and have been part of the community in that way. Contributing code also isn't the only way to make a splash via GitHub. If you're showing up cutting issues that describe problems in detail, especially if you bring reproduction steps with it, that's huge. Being able to
pull request, added comment to the README. Exactly. That's not going to work.
Articulate problems well and show that you are in the trenches, you are out here writing code is way more valuable than convincing some repo to accidentally merge one of your weird pull requests. And this is why I'm so frustrated, because we're holding the idea.
Even those, which I like agree with Theo, that's not going to result in you getting a job. Like, I just don't think it's going to get a job. You got to find some other way to convince people that you're worth hiring, right?
You have open source contributions as this holy grail that gets you a job, but that's not how it works. If you're struggling to figure out which projects to contribute to, you shouldn't be contributing yet. The best project to contribute to is the one that you use, you have a problem with, and you've looked through the source code and think you might be able to solve it. And even
that's true. This is the one. This is exactly how I started. This is literally exactly what happened. This is why I like this a lot.
Then you should be starting with an issue, not with a bunch of code that you're hoping somebody will take the time to mentor you through fixing. Open source is not a place to go for free mentorship. Open source is not a place to go to get a free job. Open source is an ecosystem of people working really hard to keep the web and all of software development alive. It is not her job to mentor you at the same
time. This is the only part that I feel like open source is just whatever people want it to be. For some people, it's keeping the web free and open. For some people, it's fun and doing goofy stuff. For some people, it's because I like streaming and making stuff and putting it out on the internet, right? So like, Theo is like right. Still, I'm not like saying he's not right about that part, but I do think like it's also just whatever is happening, right? So it can be whatever you want. That's one of the coolest things about open source is just like, what do you want it to be? That's what I think I love about it, you know? So for some people, it's to fight against capitalism. For some people, it's to fight for capitalism. And they can both even be working on the same project for completely different motives. It's awesome. Oh my goodness. If the interview asks what they contributed, they say what they added to the docs. What do you even say? Seems this kind of contribution not even sellable. It would be very easy for certain jobs to be able to say, hey, I'm good at technical communication. I know I'm pretty junior and I'm not able to maybe write as good of code as a bunch of the senior devs on our team, but I am a really good communicator and I've done a lot of good contributions in open source related to technical communication. Oh, that's awesome. Right? Right? So I think there's ways still that you can sell that and show that as real examples, right? But you're probably not going to get that like to go through on a resume screener or something like that. You got to wait a little bit.
Time. I'm not saying you can't get good mentorship in open source and that there aren't people in open source who will do mentorship when people start contributing. I've even done this with the contributors both to Create T3 app and Upload Thing. Create T3 app has over, I think, 300 contributors now, half of which
I don't remember. He talks about this for a little while.
Frustrate the maintainers and frustrate yourself as well now that you're wasting all of this time.
Yeah. You don't need to find it. You should find one that's your own. Hacktoberfest ended up being bad, which is kind of sad. That's pretty much it. That's the main thing that I wanted to cover from the video though, is pretty much you should be looking for problems that you want to solve. That's the best way to contribute to open source and also the best way to learn because you actually have something valuable to offer, which is your desire to fix this problem. And then the maintainers have something valuable to offer, which could either be mentorship or getting it, merged or whatever it is, right? And that's way better than just like searching for random good first issues on stuff. Now, sometimes like good first issue is good, like maybe, I really love NeoVim and I want to help with NeoVim. I'm going to find something to do. That's fine, but like that's because you're using NeoVim, right? Not because you think, it's a popular project. I want to get a PR merged. It's just not very effective usually, right? So I think that's sort of the main thing. And that's why, like, when people ask me how to get started in open source, I usually somewhat jokingly, just say don't. Like, that's not the point. Like, the reason I do open source for NeoVim is because I love NeoVim. Right? And part of that is related to its openness, right? But it's not because I think like, that's the way that I was going to get to some other career. I think I could have made a lot of more money and had like a bigger career by doing other stuff, right? But that's okay. That's just like a trade-off that I want because I love NeoVim. That's fine. You know, I mean, now it sort of looks like in retrospect, like, oh, NeoVim worked out really well for TJ, blah, blah, blah. Like he's a streamer, blah, blah, blah. Right. But like, I worked on NeoVim for a long time before anybody knew who I was. Right. Like it wasn't like I just started working on NeoVim and then stuff started going well for my career or something like that. So I don't know. So there you go. That's don't contribute to open source. Yeah. At least, I mean, the title is the short version of don't contribute to open source to get a job, right? It's just not an effective strategy. I think you'd be way better, like spending more time on your resume, networking with people, and trying to find like a way to get your foot into some space than like doing open source stuff. Yeah, you're totally right. But can you point me to a good first issue? Oh man. But like, on the flip side, sort of the other flip side that I do want to say is like, I think it's totally fine and like, okay, to contribute to something for like selfish reasons, or we'll put selfish in quotes. Cause like, I don't really think it's selfish if it's for your own personal gain or other things like that. I don't think that that's like wrong. Okay. But expecting something and like placing a burden on the maintainers for your own thing, that's where I sort of think that's at least rude and maybe wrong. Right? You understand sort of the difference of what I'm saying? They're like, I don't care if people contribute to NeoVim because they think it's going to look good on a resume. Right? I don't care about that part like inherently. But they do need to realize like you can't just expect people to give up their time for free for you, right? You guys, is that like you guys understand what I'm saying? I'm struggling to put that into words, but that's kind of the sort of where I feel for that, right? In the mode is a job, then open source is not the answer. Yeah, well, it can be, but it depends how you're approaching it, right? Like, but yes, I think like you're not going to get a job because you checkboxed, I did something in open source, right? You understand? Like that is definitely a bad line of reasoning and argument, right? Like it's not just like check, got an open source PR done, now I can get hired. Gonna make a bunch of PRs to your dot file so Jane Street hires me. That actually could work. Though. I mean, you still need to pass a lot of stages before you can get an interview to talk about open source. Yes, that's a different set of problems. So anyways, there you go. That's my thoughts on this video. Theo is effectively just right on this one. So yeah. Okay. Done. Now we get to eat some lunch, chat. We can just chat now. Why do you say if you're live on YouTube? They will be. They get uploaded to the VODs channel eventually. Pull requests and dot files are wild. I know, it is super funny. Yes, that's Rich Hickey. Mm-hmm. Great article. You watch Farship video about Zed? No. We are going to do more Laravel stuff, though. Rich is awesome, and that's a great article. I see you, Tapas. Get the beer closed. Profit. Exactly, Pigeon. So, one of the reasons I wanted to start this other channel that I'm going to work on, for like, Teej loves doing research, or I don't know what we're going to call it, is like, there's so many great Rich Hickey talks that the world needs to hear about. You know, but we need to make them shorter and maybe just some highlights so then people want to watch the whole thing. Living people. Nice. Have you ever had to ban someone for Nero? I haven't personally, but I'm pretty sure we have. RTF, yeah. What? That's an old picture. Rich is awesome. Wait, do they? Oh my goodness! All of Rich Hickey's talks. Oh, that's pretty dope. How did I describe? Full-time streaming was the next step. Basically, stream was going well. I wanted to work on it more. It seemed like there was a possibility of it being able to sustain me. So I figured, let's try it. Yeah, Mahika, exactly. Teej does research. What? And they have each of the slides? Oh, this is awesome. What is this? No, there is a video, but if you wanted to just read through it, you can do it. That's so cool. Oh my goodness, I love that. All right, here's the actual video. This is just for Twitch chat? No. It's also for YouTube chat. On an now config with just LSP. That's pretty much Kickstart, Hammerhead. No, it's good. Rich is he's the designer and BDFL of Closure, but he has a lot of really incredible talks. But it's sweet to be able to just read through, is what I'm saying. Like, that's awesome. Yeah, this is so cool. Here. Did you use... Well, my kid's not born yet. My kid's coming in August. So... I had paternity leave while I was there, but it doesn't really apply to the situation. Oh yeah, we can start some music again. It's both Closure and his talks, yeah. See you, Razzo. Did I say butt? Yeah. Yeah, I have tried Closure. Do I usually listen to music while I work? Yeah. Or sometimes like YouTube or something. Yeah, Closure is very cool. What's up, Shrey? Micro Kickstart with just tree sitter telescope. I don't think there's a huge win from not having just a few more plugins that really round out the experience. Have a specific music genre? No. I listen to a lot of different stuff. Exactly, Sweep. Listening to Alex Jones, that'll get you hyped up for sure. Hard bass. Maybe, I don't know. Usually I don't listen to like crazy energetic stuff. Upright bass, I know that one. What up, Owen? Hermes, do you already know Vim motions and stuff? Waiting for my food? Gotcha. Oh, sorry. I just missed it, Luciano. I want to take like longer form technical talks and like take some highlights from them and then talk about them and do it off stream, like compile my thoughts off stream. Hermes, I would check out Kickstart.nvim. I'm biased, obviously. And then start from there and start exploring. Teej compiles. Well, we were thinking, like, Teej loves doing research. TLDR. Like this kind of thing. Yeah, more than research. Like I want to create some videos that are like, they're not really React content because I'm not reacting, right? But it's like discussing, you know, or deep diving or things like that, right? No, I don't want to do it on stream. It won't be fun. Like it's not fun. Right? Like I don't want to, because Theo's is still sort of like starts at the beginning, works through it. I want to take like, say a 45-minute video, like a rich Hickey talk, right? Like this one, we'll do, there should be hours of pushing FP. Yeah. What's one that I really liked? Hammock driven dev is really good. Why is this title interesting?
Christianity is.
Oh, I've seen this guy's channel. Yeah. So like this is a 40-minute talk, right? But it's like I can't do a reaction video to this. Right? And a reaction to this would take an hour and a half at least. It's too long. So instead I watch it on maybe with 2x by myself, grab a few parts that I think are good, write out a little bit of a script and some bullet points, record that, etc. Right? What up, Melky? At least, yeah, at least. So there's like a lot of great talks like this, right? That would be really fun to do, but they don't fit well for like a live setting. Me and Melky are gonna do one together. Switch back to Twitch. Nice, Luciano. Thanks, buddy. So anyways, all right, let's get back to Kickstart now that I ate some food and stuff. I think we're ready. Let's just start top to bottom. I know, little nice plugin. Oh, thanks, Disguise Pigeon. I appreciate that. Yeah, we should check that out maybe. I fueled up. We're ready to go. We got a little break time. Brain get the old restarteroo. I should also make sure. I don't think I said I would do anything with anybody today. Okay, cool. Really good for Vim motions. Nice. Are y'all going to closure then? I mean, closure is cool. I'm not gonna write any, but okay. All right, let's start at the top. We'll read through, see if there's anything here. Chat, if you see something that's confusing, say something. Okay. What are we doing today? We are updating Kickstart.nvim for video. I'm confused. Melky, just go back to VS. And a user guide, but I don't know how to use what I learned. Almost forget most of the motions. Yeah, you gotta be practicing, you know. I'm on Zed now. That actually, I think Zed's a good fit. Zed's great. My hot take on Zed is that it's gonna be popular. All right, so Kickstart is not a distribution. It's a template for your own configuration. The goal is that you read every line of code, top to bottom, understand what your configuration is doing, and modify it to suit your needs. Once you've done that, you should start exploring, configuring, taking you to explore admin. You don't know Lua? Yes, you should do this. Then you can explore help Lua guide. Which we probably should do help for, right? First. or just help? Where's the best part for us to show? It was in help user 1? Yeah, because it's basically jumping around. Is this somewhere else too? Help user 02. Help. Like, they should probably read this, right? Help summary. All the links in the related text. Options are enclosed here. Does the help work for every plugin? Every plugin that writes help documentation will have help. Yep. The triple config, the trifecta. Can you enable a relative line number option? I'm not going to do it by default for people. I think they'll get confused. Hot take on Zeg is a non-NeoVim. Or they want to have a business and fail. Will Zed be more popular than Mojo? That's funny. I think this one's probably better, right? This tells you a bunch of stuff about how to read help and how to find help. But some of it is maybe a little bit, I don't know, maybe that's too much. Yeah, lazy can turn readmes into help docs, I think, yeah. Explain about getting started. The problem is there's some difficulty with getting that indexed for them automatically, like if they just copy and paste it. Right? I would rather point to other ones. Will Zed be more popular than Helix? Yes. That's my guess. Maybe just help. But help takes them to here. I guess this part's good. Jump to search position on a tag. Okay, this part's good. With the mouse, double click on the tag. Nice. Type Control O. Help Control dash O. Really? Why didn't that go there? It's weird. Type Control O. I would have thought that would have gone there. Yeah, exactly, Porky. No, Zed is not just VS Code, but faster. It has a very different sort of idea about editing, I think. Probably just run help, right? This part's pretty good. Yes, we should just point directly to the top part of help, right? The first thing you should do... maybe we'll put this here, right? Because this is kind of like some background stuff here, right? The first thing you should do is run help. This will open up a help window with some basic information about reading, navigating, and searching the built-in help documentation. This should be the first place you go to look for look when you're stuck or confused with something, right? What's the difference? So the primary difference, I think, for Zed is that it's built a lot around remote collaboration and like pair programming stuff, where people can like join the editor, they can move inside, like you can follow people's cursors, you can share your workspace, you can do all these other things, right? So I think like the primary thing is not just like, oh, it's faster because it's built in Rust and not Electron. I mean, I do think that that's going to be a huge appeal for people. I think it's a huge cope right now that people are basically like, oh, I totally don't care that it's 250 milliseconds before my cursor shows up, right? Then they use something that's fast and then they say, oh, that's actually better, right? So I think that is going to be a draw for people, but I think like remote collaboration and a bunch of other stuff is a bunch of the really big things. I don't think it's really for Agile. It's like you wanna hop on a call with someone. Oh, well, you call them inside Zed, right? You can get on a phone call with them inside of Zed. You're in their workspace. You're able to navigate separately. You're able to go see what their code is. You're able to write. I think that's sort of a big thing. Find Go format or any other Go utilities Go Please provides. Go Please is running and my config is Go Please. And Go Please remote auto init options memory mode settings Go Please. Well, what is Go format? What is that, Bulb? I don't know what that is. Like, where are you getting Go format as a thing? Why not run vim lsp buff format? Call it inside the editor? Yes. The first place to look where you're confused is to be more confused. What's your theme? This is Tokyo Night, but it's not my normal theme. Well, this was in all infested Clubhouse. Everyone started adding VoIP. No, I don't think that this is from Clubhouse. Yeah, no, I'm saying like he doesn't need Go fumped as like a Go utilities from Go Please. He just needs to call LSP format. Yep. So I think, why do a lot of people use VS Code? I don't know, because like it mostly works and like it's a GUI, right? We should do that as well. Yes, we can do that as well. Sorry, LSP format is not available. Lua vim.lsp.buff.format. But this is not enough info. We can't just debug your config right now. Right, but so I think if Zed can do a bunch of those other things, but it's also faster, and they can do other stuff, right? Then I think that there's a decent chance it'll become popular. I don't know that it's going to be more popular than VS Code, right? I'm not saying that. I'm just saying I think Zed will be popular. Additionally, we provide a key map leader sh to search the help documentation, which is very useful when you're not sure exactly what you're looking for. Yes, that is really cool. I don't think they're super interested in getting bought out by Microsoft. Like, they all worked there and left, basically. And then most of the time, I just want to use Telescope to quickly get in and out of files I'm editing. Oh, nice, Mahika, yeah. Like, a bunch of them were on Atom and were at GitHub, and then they got bought, right? Like, and then they left. So, your text move from? It's nvim comp. Left several help X comments throughout the interlude. You should run that command and read the help section for more information. So that's here. Now, I was just joking. That's cool. Yeah. Telescope function for searching key maps. Yes, there is. Yeah, you can just do telescope key maps. Did we make one with key maps? Maybe we should search that. Maybe we should add that. What are the ones that we have here? Built in. We probably should add one for key maps. That's a good idea. Get files, find files. Do we have leader SK? We don't. Key maps. We'll put this one up more towards the top. I think the ones that people should want the most, we should do at the top here. Find files. Built-in help tags. This one should be first. Key maps maybe next. Search, select telescope, grep string, live grep diagnostics. Yeah, those are all good. And TextMate, yeah. Doesn't all startups want to be bought out? Not necessarily. They could want to go public, right? Learning nvim plugin development for Lua noobs. Help Lua guide, I think, is probably a good place to start. This gives you a bunch of information about Lua stuff. American has a collab tool instead of main editor. As long as one guy in their team prefers not Zed, their product becomes kind of useless. I don't think that that's the case. It's still going to be I still think it's a good editor. I'm just saying, like, it is not just VS Code, but fast, right? They have some other fundamental things that are very different, right? They worked at GitHub, not Microsoft. Right, but like GitHub bought Microsoft bought GitHub. Yeah, we probably could do that. It's probably a little bit easier. Oops. You could just stay private. Yeah, I mean, possibly. Yeah. Will the init Lua Kickstarter be broken into parts? No. Would refactoring NVIM actually have gotten that, Caleb? Do a find files function that uses get files but falls back to find files when not in a repo. Yeah, we could maybe do that since you open up once a day. Yeah. WebStorm, I love it. How do you use WebStorm in your workflow? It's just, I open it as a terminal. I don't know. Oh, that would have been cool. I do want to revisit that plugin at some point. I think it would be really fun. Okay, I could do that too. Yeah. It is already worth the plugin. Oh, yeah, from refactoring. Yeah. Okay, let's go back to the top. We were up here. Look, when you're stuck or confused with something, it's one of my favorite NeoVim features. Okay. I think this will include a debugger. No, it's not going to include a debugger, but we will show later how you can do it. Yeah. Rick, I just started Pulsey, who was willing to learn Vim by adding salty options, and now I have to teach them. Oh, nice. Bye-bye. Great. Ghost text enable on LuaSnip. It should be a default. I don't have the ghost text enabled. What's up, Chris? I'm on. 0 to working by people. Yeah, right. So I'm saying if you think the primary pull of VS Code is like it just works when you open it, like I think Zed can do a bunch of that for most people, and then maybe also be fast and have some other features. But we don't have to talk much more about Zed. I think it's cool. I really like the team a lot who's working on it, so I'm a little biased towards liking them. Max is super cool. Yep, Nathan's really cool. Thorsten just joined there. It's really cool. I call in Prime's old Lua thing to work first, try change stuff later on. Nice. Why are you beeping VS Code? It's a family-friendly stream, so we don't say bad words. I don't really get the question. Like, okay. Mod? Where are my mods? There's children watching. There could be VS Code users in the chat. You know? Like there could be literal children watches. Isn't search for buffers better? What? Search cover this. I never know how to update kicks and end up recoding it. Well, and like you probably like the point is you just go do your own thing afterwards. An unhealthy addiction. Been sober for 3 months. Proud of you, Malaka. Yeah. Am I an adult now? Finally, you've graduated. Did you watch the CS 107 lectures? I haven't yet. Your chat is in a different order than my chat. Race conditions. What can I say, I guess? I'm new. Don't ban me. I'm thinking about it. Thinking about it, chat. All right. Install LazyVim plugin manager. Maybe we should do this after we set the options. We can do that right here. I swear people just see a pre-built config and want it to be exactly theirs. Pigeon, you've been the one spamming the most. I think my config takes 60 seconds to load, yeah. Leader question mark to search weird. Find recently. No, this is for recently opened files. So this is for files that you've opened recently. Space is current buffers. Which we could do for SB for search buffers. I don't have a strong preference for this. I will move them down here though. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So in this, for this config, leader is space. Yes. This should probably just be leader, realistically. That would make more sense. Can we conjure for closure development out of the box with Kickstart? And we should bind control. And then tree. So this, it is in here already, yeah. Possible to jump into previewer with your cursor. Like in telescope, you're saying? There, you can jump up and down. Usually, oh, it does not control F and control B. Is it not control U? What is it? Is it not usual? Oh, you have to be in normal mode, I guess. Yeah, control D and control U. Yeah, I think I must have those on mine for here. But you can jump up and down in it. You can also turn it on and off. There's a bunch of stuff you can do. A hot command to close terminal without closing it? No. If people want like a bunch of random stuff, they can install another one. Leader S dot for opening recent files. Oh, that's kind of nice. Cause like repeat. That's pretty cute. That's pretty cute, Katie. Like that's what you're saying. You're like repeat, like open this file that you already did. I kind of like that one. I'll just say it like this. Leader GF. Oh, right. Well, this one, it's okay. It doesn't have to have this. It can just be GF. That's fine. For Git files. We'll just put it not in the middle of the other ones. That's easy at the end of all vertical movement. I don't think we're going to do that. And Luadoc. Oh yeah, right, because oh, interesting. So there's Lua patterns and Lua, because I use a different Lua thing for some goofy historical reasons, but can you show how to use telescope to delete some buffer? Yeah, I don't remember telescope buffer delete. I don't remember if this is a default key map or not, so we could go telescope buffers. I don't think it's a default mapping. You'd have to add this mapping. I just have ensure installed all. I don't like ensure install all though. But I also, maybe instead of ensure install all, we should just change it to auto install. It should at least be ensure install maintained. Because all is so many. Comfortable doing my entire config because I sent out Mason. I was speaking compile. Let's just copy it. Like, I wonder if we should just switch this to be auto install. Let's just see what that experience looks like. Git subbed lib downloading and extracting, compiling. That's pretty seamless. Oh, jump to the previewer? I don't remember. I've never wanted to try that. What is download for OCaml's LSP? Well, this isn't auto installing LSP. This is just installing tree sitter grammars. Is OCaml pre-treating called OCaml LSP as a default? Definitely not. There's some pretty bad parsers out there for the more niche languages. Right, but my thing would be like, if someone's editing a niche language, they probably can then go back and figure out their config, right? Like how many people are installing NeoVim for Verilog, right? So then I'm saying like maybe we can just make it a lot simpler by just going, okay, we just let this, right? We just let this work with Kickstart and we just go auto install as true. And then we can remove this whole list of stuff and we don't have to worry about it. There's some vmodas. More plugins with Kickstart than I have my personal config. Yeah, I mean, there's definitely more than 0. How many do we even have? Let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, I guess 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. 9, 10, 11. These barely count, but we'll count them. 12, 13, 14, 15. That's questionable to count them. 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. 22, I guess 23. Still counts, I guess. 24. Ooh, I think we might be able to remove this one. So we'll say 25. 25. 0, 4s. You can say which ones you don't want. Yes. Because you can go to like highlight for here. And you could say, because what is this again? Tree sitter highlight. Because you can also say enable, but you can say, I thought there was one for disable. Yeah, so you could say disable and you could put in Verilog. Yeah, I'm thinking about dropping fugitive. It's still sort of, it's up in the air. So you could always go like this, right? Where you say highlight and then you could say disable equals, you know, Verilog. Yeah, I am thinking about dropping tree sitter text objects because I also suspect people aren't using this by default, but I also love them. There we go, Pigeon. Disable equals JavaScript, just completely. Yes. Me too, Pigeon. I'm really liking it as well. Text objects are a hidden killer feature. I know, that's part of the problem is like I do want to surface them, but I am a little bit sad to how much space they take. I don't use any git plugin basically for doing any git things. I just use the command line basically. Control Y gets funnier too. It does. I don't use leap. Probably we can delete swap. I don't think anyone's using swap to start off with. Maybe we can leave a note. Check out swap tree sitter. We can say swap text objects. We can delete it. No treaters other than the current FTPers. Autocomplete description highlighting working. Oh, okay. Okay, yeah, good question. So we can do like vim.lsp.buff. Is it not finding these? We'll open this again, maybe, because this was the very first time I opened it. Vim.lsp. We'll let it load. What are considered text objects? Text objects are pieces of text that you can do things with. Okay, this one's working. So you can move. you can delete them. So they're like, Word is a text, is not really a text object. Word is a motion, but like objects can replace motions. Yeah, DAF for deleting around function, which is a really cool feature. Would you ever add a Loom just comment it out with your setup so anyone using Kickstart of base plate to know what's out there? We already have this concept. It's literally right here. So yes, we have these kinds of ideas. TS update source for, is there any plugin that provides Vim commands source for comp? Oh, I see what you're saying. I don't know. I've added a comment. Ooh, okay. Sweet, sweet, sweet. Okay, yep. Go forward, backward with square brackets, previous buffer. Okay, yep. Manipulation by editing text. The mini files adds, we'll have to look at this one. Yeah, this is a good strategy here. I do like this idea. Vim Gmap leader. Pigeon, that's funny. Are they like tokens? Auto format on save is already in by default now. Why my color scheme when I write flashes some random colors? I have no idea. That sounds crazy. Yeah, comp command line maybe. Lazy git? I don't know. It is awesome, WM, yeah. Right, don't forget the local leader as well. Okay, so I'm thinking, what if we remove... Where did we have this for tree sitter? Right, so what if we go here, right? And we get rid of a bunch of these. Like, I think we probably don't need... What's the control Y mean? Yeah, we changed completion to use control Y earlier. And then there's other stuff. Let me message Theo again. Okay. Do you want to remove stuff? Why do I want to remove stuff? I want it to be more focused. Does tree sitter generate the text object? Kind of. It's more like tree sitter can be used to find text objects in your tree. Oh, really? What's going on in NVIM tree sitter land? Focus on what? Just less stuff. It's like an AST. Yes, that is what tree sitter does. Oh, how soon is this coming? Talking about Zed.
For nearly 10 years now.
Oh yeah, I know. Yeah, I know that someone was saying that. With NVIM 10. Okay. Tree sitter playground's already in. Yep. After NVIM 10. When are we releasing that? Should I be waiting to do this until NVIM 10? I have not been keeping up with what's going on in tree sitter land. Oh, dang. So we got to put this in here instead? Remove for file byte, put in tree sitter start in a file type in your config directory or place it in the file in here. Really? How do you want Kickstart to be differentiated against something like LazyVim, RasterVim? It's not a distribution. You're supposed to just take it and then make it your own. It's ready when it's ready. Yeah, that's good with me. What are the like breaking differences for this? When is NVIM 1.0 with Vampire Survivors? As soon as I finish the OCaml game engine, we're gonna do it. It's just that modules doesn't exist anymore. That's the primary thing. All module stuff will be deprecated. Okay. Where do you get like text objects then? You just go and install that from text objects? Modules. Instantaneous setup and attaching themselves. Yep. Right. Yeah, just their own setup, right? That's literally it though, right? It's like now it functions like every other plugin. What after I tweaked it, I ended up adding a little bits of my own config to the bootstrapping Kickstart. Does it sound like something helpful? I don't think that there's a huge win in keeping like up to date programmatically. I would just like read through it once every 6 months or something. NVIM 1.01. You can check the roadmap. Oh, Ahmad, what's up? This is funny. Go check your roadmap. Do it. External models under NVim.org, refactor, playground. What actually makes an NVim setup a distro? Well, like, there's literally nothing happening except what's here, right? So, like, you can read the init Lua and you can just see, right? So it's not supposed to be like fully featured, feature complete. It's a kickstart, right? It is where you start. And then you go from there. That's very, very different from like LazyVim or AstroVim, right? I'm also not interested in like competing with them. I think it's great that they exist and they can do their own thing. Okay, so maybe we should just remove the modules basically entirely, right? Like, I mean, highlight. Can I change? Oh my goodness. Have I seen some sort of? I've seen some people. Guess I'm using it like a distro. No, that's not a distro. You made changes and now it's yours. Attached to a buffer. Is that an auto command? You could do it with an auto command, yeah. I wouldn't think about it. Okay. I mean, realistically, do they need incremental selection? I don't know. I'm sad about some of these text objects ones, you know? Why does NVim have master and main? Because they're doing a big rewrite and main is going to be where the new one goes, I think. Be completely different setup for NVim as far as I understand. Yeah, okay. VChat hurts you more than setting up your own config. For some people, I think it's the like first step that they need to like start trying out NeoVim. They wouldn't try it out otherwise. But then, and for some people, it works exactly the way we want, and that's great. Think that I don't think about or touch for at least a year, but I'm not sure it's possible for me. I think a year is like way long. Like, who cares if you spend an hour once a month? I know for a fact you guys are not optimizing your life so much that 1 hour a month on something that you enjoy and have fun with is going to make or break your life. Okay? You're all on Twitch, all right? You don't need to pretend that your life's so optimized, right? That like if you spend an hour on NeoVim once a month, that now everything's falling apart, right? Like it's just okay. If I start the config tickering, then I can't stop. That is a separate problem. That's a separate problem. And I do agree that that can happen. Shots fired, subbed. Oh, man. And thanks for the sub earlier, Pants. Roman's one recap was 1 whole day. That's called self-control. It's a separate issue. Right? I use Agile Plan every minute because I'm a Giga Chad. I promise. Yeah. Pigeon's proving my point. Can you help with that? Yeah, you just say, you set a timer, like your phone. You guys probably have phones. You just go here, you open the phone, you find your timer app, and then you do this. You put 1 hour right here. You would just go like this, 1 hour, and you'd press start. And then when this is done, you stop. Okay? And then you would stop. Right then. That's it. You can use Pomo and configure that. What if it's broken after an hour? Then you should have committed before you started. You stash your changes and you go back. Right? Git exists. We're going to an approved agile method. That does not work even with drinking. Set one for 50 minutes. True. Good point. Whatever is broken is now a feature. Yep. I can't make you be self-control, but that would be my suggestion. They should come out of the box. Ooh, okay. I'll take it. I'll take a peek. Oh, I use dash. I don't like this one, but that's okay. Capital U to undo. Okay, I see where you're going with this. This one's not bad. These are good. These ones are good. I think about these. I'll think about it, Katie. It's something cool. Gets me every time. That's just also self-control. Oh, is this built in now? Did we do this? Oh, 1 sec. I gotta blow my nose again. This time I'm just gonna turn my screen off so you can't see me. I don't like blowing my nose on camera. It's weird. All right. Source control Y, exactly. Deleting all those you're on the fence about and put them as a section in the README. Yeah, we can put some of them in the README or some other places as well. Leader BN for blow nose, exactly. 6-hour day learning C and D at the same time, loving it. Nice, Chris. Kills the video, leaves hot mic. I don't think so, hopefully. This is done on migrating from lazy. I'm sure always want setting defaults with customization. Yeah, that's the goal of Kickstart, right? So, okay, maybe we just drop all of this, right? What if we just drop all of this? And we say for tree sitter text objects, you can check out help, and then it's what? Tree sitter text objects, right? Could try mini.deps. Mini.deps is cool. Do you like the NeoVim app or running on Vim terminal? I run it in the terminal. Pigeon, Ashnovsky, Pigeon is trolling you. You can't listen to him, okay? Users don't know what they want. Nice. Yeah. There are additional NVim tree sitter. Oh, nice, because then we can actually go up to here. We can actually remove a whole plugin with this too, right? We don't actually even need this. Can auto install just say maintained or something? Because that was in the other one, right? Was that auto install now can be like other stuff? I don't know. Yes, it will be part of main. Okay, so it's not there yet. We'll be having tiers for parser in main. That's not a master. Great. That's awesome. When are you dropping Lua and moving NeoVim to OCaml? I'm working on it. BED binding to delete current buffer. It's a fine binding, but I don't why, like, as a thing to include for this, I don't think it's a good thing to include. What terminal use matter for NeoVim? It can matter, yeah. It's not a huge deal, but it can matter. Some terminals can't do certain things. I use Pop OS. There are additional NVIM tree sitter modules that you can use to interact with NVIM tree sitter. You should go explore a few and see what interests you. And then we can just list some right here. We can just list some right here instead, right? So we can go, let's close a few of these so that I can actually see stuff. We'll come back to Mason tool installer maybe. We got mini. We're going to include some mini stuff, I think. Okay. NVIM tree sitter context. Show your current context. Okay. That's a good one. Text objects. Tree sitter plus text objects. See what interests you, thanks. What other one should I list? That would be good to show, maybe. Pull up temporary windows. Want to write a plugin to run the current file in temporary window with caching? I'm not sure what you mean, Pants. Yeah, it's annoying. Inventory to refactors, meh. Came on Mac through some hack. I thought it was just remap escape. I don't know. Any other ones? No, it's awesome. WM. Have you tried Kitty? Yeah, I like Kitty. It's really good. It just didn't render this one font thing that I liked, so I switched. Kitty's still good though. I don't even think we need to do incremental selection. That one's built in though, right? That one's built in, at least for now. Right? So we could just say, we can just mention that. This is so much less intimidating for NVIM tree sitter, right? Tree sitter? Yeah, tree sitter, thanks. I just think probably they're not using those as default, and they're... What config do you recommend for Lisp languages? There's a really great Parinfer plugin. That's the only one that I really use. Maybe I'll put all of these a little deeper as well. That's 120. Okay. Yeah, I do like that Western is Lua config, which is fun. We're removing text object stuff now. I saw the various text objects one. All right, we're down to not even 300 lines of code. Nice. Ever seen something more dynamic like a Clyde tool that gives you the option to install? That does not sound fun. That seems like the opposite of like, I mean, it's nice, I guess, but like the way that they combine all this stuff, it just sounds kind of like a nightmare. Yeah, you should be able to do inspect tree. Oh, it's beautiful. Should we change it to be split below? What is it again? Help split echo and split right. I think it should be, I think split right should be the default. Can I change that? I think I'm going to change it. whether new windows should open to the right. They should both be here, right? Configure how new splits should be opened. I can't handle it. I think it's just so bad. I think it's so bad this way. Like both of these should be here, right? You're like create your act to get a few questions. You're good to go. Yeah, I don't know. Can you use Prolog to figure out dependency chains? Now we're talking, right? Let's open this again. Oh, so much better. Oh, nice. That's good. Running the Kickstarter was great, but config turned into a complete mess because of lack of modularity. Okay. I'm glad you liked it, though. I mean, you can split it. You should split it. That's great. It's a lot easier with Lazy than it was with Packer. Can plugin commands be renamed to lowercase? No, it's not possible. How to resize the windows with your mouse is fine. That's how I would do it if I was new. Oh, what up, Theo? Hey, good to see you, buddy. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this new line count. Not even 300 lines of code. What if mouse is in garbage? Okay, then you can read help win command. Right? I'm really trying to narrow it down. To rewrite your messy config in Rust? Oh, wait. You could, though. You can. Maybe split folder file suggestions and comments at appropriate places. Split folder file suggestions. What? What are you talking about? What's your target? My target is people who want to start NeoVim with good insane defaults and can instantly basically like have LSP working and stuff, and then they can go do whatever they want afterwards. Cursor is way too small. It's good size for me. Oh, I don't have a target for lines of code. I'm trying to do as small as possible. Do you get term to work like in vanilla Vim? I don't like the full screen normal mode thing. I don't know what you're saying, Ed. Just like do a split and run term in it. I have a Teej approved plugin section. Well, that's kind of what we're going to do. Okay, so not everyone is here. The plan is after we do a video on the base Kickstart setup, I'm going to start doing Take Tuesdays again. And the Take Tuesdays are going to go and then and show how to extend this config with the new things, right? So like, okay, you want to know how to do Harpoon. Okay, well, we'll do Harpoon. We'll add it to this. We'll put it in a separate file. I'll show you how to do everything. That's it, right? So like, that's the plan. But I can't use the mouse for that. Thanks, Teej. No problem. Oh, dang. Amon, appreciate it. Good plan. Thank you. On take I don't know if it's going to be weekly, because if I make a video about a plugin, I want to make sure I understand it well. I don't want to this is what I don't want to do. GitHub, the Primogen, Harpoon. All right, guys. Hey, it's me, your boy TJ. Here's with a new video. So this is Harpoon, and you've got a problem. So you're working in a code base, and this is blah, blah, blah. So here's the solutions, and then it's this. And that's not what I want to do, okay? Like with my Lewis Snips one, I think I brought like real value that's very difficult to get from just reading this top to bottom, right? That's what I want to do. Even though I recognize that is more time and less good for YouTube, I don't care. I'm going to keep making the content that I think is the best content I can make, right? And with LazyVim because of modularity. Yeah, LazyVim's awesome. Definitely, I'm using NeoVim with Lua. Yeah, yep. There's an FZF Lua one. Take one Tuesday a month. Well, it'd be more like on Tuesdays, at least we will do it on stream. Base, thank you, Hit. Been using Kickstart for half a year now to get an NVIM. Very fun and good way. Awesome. Yeah, that's the goal for sure. It's going to be very easy to split into multiple files now so if you started using Kickstart when it was with Packer, or earlier on in lazy, it was much harder. Now it's going to be very easy. How are you enjoying full-time content? I love it so far. Streaming during my lunch break, very cool. Oh, hey, thanks, Pants. It did suck a little bit that I was sick for the first 2 weeks, but feeling much better this week, and it's been a lot more fun. YAML person in course, so they don't have 4 plugins. Each don't copy the same exercise like Lua YAML. That's funny, BT. Oh, hey, thanks, Rafi. There's status slide plugin you recommend? That's one of the things we're gonna explore. Okay, let's try and do mini. Let's try and switch to mini and see if we can do some mini stuff here. Lazy Mim can read from folders, playing the file, and separate plugins should be reads. Exactly. It's super easy now. It's super easy. From one language to another, like Java to CS? No, not like by default. 2-month streak. Hey, thanks, Ravi. I appreciate it. With the Twitch Prime as well, which is nice. Let's try the mini suggestion here. Okay. Oh, dang. Icon Nexus. Almost a scam train. Nice. Hype. Let's go down to... I don't know where we want to put this. Wherever we have Lua line right now. Let's just put it right next to here. And then we'll comment out Lua line. Bash Bunny's still on Emacs? Bash, I think, is back doing NeoVim stuff. But me and Bash are going to do some collab things. Measuring her right now. Have I tried Toggle Term? I haven't. I have something that's like very similar. Right. Yeah. And then we got to go to surround here as well and take this out. So mini. Okay. Mini files, mini operators, mini surround. Also, then we can do mini status. I think it was, right? You're so against any harpoon, I will fork this. It wasn't mini status. What was it called again? Mini dot line, probably. Status line. Oh, this even looks better, I feel like. Illegal to remove T-Poke wasn't. It does hurt. Like, I'm not lying. It does actually hurt. What's the startup time in lazy profiler? Oh, that's a thing? Oh, 70 milliseconds right now. But I guess it's very short till here. Why the change? I like the mini plugins. I like the guy who makes mini plugins. Python raid? What? Who's sending me a Python raid? There's raids on YouTube? What's happening? I don't know what's happening on YouTube land. What exactly is mini? It's the solution to all your problems, chat. This looks good. I kind of am tempted. I kind of like staying more here. All right, so let's go yank around here. Yank around brackets. Yank in brackets. Okay, yank in quotes. Yank in quotes. Yank in quotes. Wait, what if I do yank? Oh, nice. It even works with... Oh, sweet. It even works with which key? I don't know if the other one was that. Was the other one working? How'd you get so well connected to dev space and mostly social media work or something like Twitch? I would say it's all of the above. There are Python raids. I don't know, Crimson Mama. They're just spamming Python raid. Like, look at this. Chat, this is YouTube chat. What is going on? React with Utkarsh. I don't know what's happening. No, not true. Look, Rohit's also saying it. And Noose. I can't click anywhere in here. I don't know what's going on. You know what I mean? React with Utkarsh raid. Well, welcome, Utkarsh. Are raids a thing on YouTube? I didn't think raids were a thing on YouTube. Oh no. Close YouTube chat, walk away. All right, so okay, so I like this. Help mini dot bracketed, I'm assuming. Backward, forward, direction, want to forward, backward, first, last. Upper. Oh, nice, I love this. Buffer, comment. Oh, I should start using this. Oh, nice, to different indent block. Oh, that is so nice. Nice job. Nice. Interchange aside, jump from jump list. Those ones I would be confused about. Old files, tree center nodes and parents. Ooh, nice. Oh, this is actually, that's probably pretty much all we needed for people to use. Oh, that's funny. Undo states. Yeah, I think we can leave bracketed in. Nice. React with Utkarsh. Yeah, I got it, Chad. I got it. I got it. Okay. I got it. You don't have to spam Python right anymore in YouTube chat. Python raid. Mappage Cruel Y at Harpoon. Haha, funny. Oh my goodness, the best chat so far in YouTube chat. I just put Pigeon in timeout in YouTube chat. Don't worry. Don't worry, we put him in timeout. Files. Okay, help mini.files. Mini files navigation, opt-in preview, what it does new driver, system file explorer, mini files. So how do I use it though? Highlight groups, disabling navigation, mini files open. Does it have any commands? Oh, cool. Lisp raid. All right, then what can I do inside of here? Please share screen. Please share screen. From where to learn backend in JS? That doesn't exist. Chat, I am sharing my screen. Now H and L. Okay, okay, okay. Oh, okay. Oh, that's cool. I think it just doesn't exist. Are you weird as ruining my chat? I know, chat. If you keep on spamming, please share screen. Okay, you're all getting close to getting permabanned in YouTube chat. Okay? This is your last warning. I gave you plenty of time, but the joke isn't funny anymore, just so you know. We're added Q, it's keybinds loading. I'll try this other stuff. Oh, Frackery. Hey. I am a little bit sick still, but feeling much better. This is just... Oh, no. Please share screen. Chat, I know you can see my screen. Not like Harpoon. No. I think we'll keep files. I think we're going to keep files out for right now. But could be added later. Because I think it's a bit too much of a distraction. What's going on with you, Chip? Why that does not exist? What do you mean? You can't use JavaScript on the back end. I don't know where you're getting this misinformation. YouTube chat. It's just not allowed. It doesn't exist. Why are you switching to OCaml? I love it because it's fun to write. We've put in so many. Mini operators. Duplicate, expect exchange. Help mini.operators. Evaluate text and replace with output. Exchange text regions. Multiply, duplicate text, replace text, sort text. General overview. Mode is nil. In action, text object motion. Right. Evaluate, exchange, multiply, replace, and sort. Okay, so I like this one as well, but we're also not going to include this one because I think it's a little it's a little bit simple and easy status line. You could remove this setup call and then try some you could, if you don't like it, and try some other status line plugin. And there's more. Check out what does Express do then? What Express line? Twitch, go over to YouTube and like the stream. Exactly. No, I can use Node.js Express and Mongo. No. Those aren't even real things. Why are you YouTube chat is just literally making up words. Mongo? Who would make a product called Mongo? That can't be real. Yeah, like it's spelled mango. Mango's a fruit, not a technology. Then what should be best for backend? MongoDB is the best stack for backend. Among OS, that's funny. MongoDB is my favorite. Those YouTube viewers go help. There's not such thing as JavaScript. People are using JS on the back end. Why? Saw bug fixes about that said it was a certain version, but don't know how to check the version. For what, Crayons? What? About Rust in the front end. Based. Vector in Fortran 77. Smart. This is not funny. YouTube chat in shambles. I have to think about this one. This is the only one that I'm not sure about if I want to keep. These two are great. Better rounded inside for function call. In quote. Is it actually YINQ? Or is it? It's just YIN. YIN. No, there's no YINQ. No, that's not it. I think it's just YI, right? This is just a typo. Mongold. No, you guys are talking about Asmongold? I've heard of him. Yank INQ. Inside. Oh, next quote. I didn't even see that. Asmongold. I don't think he's a programmer. As MongoDB? He's not a programmer, chat. Just a bald streamer. Have you heard the legend of TGDV, though? That's a good question. Mika. How to install Vim. You can watch my video. Bald XW. TGDV. Chat, if someone gifts 50 subs, you'll see it. Have you heard of the tragedy of TGDV, the wise? Exactly. Examples. Well, we have some examples. Mini.ai. Mini bracket, etc. has wrong end lines. I'm thinking about removing this one. I just think it's probably going to be... I think I'm going to remove it. What? What are you guys talking about now? Oh, no. I don't know what you guys are saying. Mongo is an unfortunate name in German. Oh, is it? Oh, gotcha. Yeah. Because I think these three are a great place to start. Because that lets us remove that we don't need surround. And do we really need sleuth? I feel like it is nice for new people. It feels so bad to not have any T-popes. Very new to Vim. You just go to GitHub/neovim, and then follow the wiki instructions for install. That's a Fidget is displaying the status. Can you give me a step-by-step guide? Yes. I will do it right now. Here you go. There's your step-by-step guide. Sleuth is not that important. So the only thing is like sleuth for new people. How if they're all their tabs and stuff will be jacked up. Right? Like it's basically always going to be wrong. Right? I know. I'm saying like I'm thinking about removing fugitive, but I don't know. Do we need to install Ubuntu for it? It has a bunch of different supported operating systems. This one's tough for me. This one's tough. I don't use fugitive, but like I think it's good to just show the capabilities, right? You know what I'm saying? Escape terminal. Consider wrapping control Y. Thanks, Pigeon. People can add later. I know. Yeah, I think we just remove it. I think we remove it. This one though is hard because it's like, okay, if you don't have this, then everything's all jacked up for tab, stop, and shift with, right? I think this one is really confusing to new people. They just expect it to kind of like work. If I was going to include one for checking diffs, I feel like I would do diff view, but maybe I'll show that in an extension video. I'm getting to know Vim and NeoVim, and sadly, I'm really starting to love it. That does suck, Dan. I'm sorry for you. What does sleuth do? Basically, like, it tries to guess what the current, like, tab stop and tab width setting should be for a file you open. So if you check, like, and shift width on this file, it says 2, right? Let's say I do example.lua, right? And I go something like return hello equals true, like this, right? No auto W. Okay, so this one here is here. Now we quit out of everything, nvim this, and we open up example.lua, right? Echo and shift width. Now it says 4. Right? So it guessed because the only thing here is 4 tabs, right? It guesses it, which is really helpful for people because they don't have to think about tab stop, tab width, soft tab stop, expand tab, shift width, and right. You understand what I'm saying? That's why I feel like that one is pretty much like it. It's so helpful for new people because there's a lot of stuff that can go wrong. There's just so much that can go wrong at the start for them that I think like you kind of need it. Web developer, it's not your fault. MongoDB. No. Okay, so are we talking about a database or the streamer? Kind of sufficient for new people. Yeah, the problem is I like comment.nvim and it does some nice things. So I don't know. I'm not sure I want to give that one away. Don't understand those tabs options. Exactly. So Vim Sleuth kind of saves you from having to worry about that. Are there a few other plugins like this? You're very good at trolling. Thank you. What does comment.nvim do? You can do this. GC%, it comments out this whole area. GCC comments out a line. GC3J, right? Like you can comment everything. It's the best way to use different configurations. Unstable one you can save them in different spots in your config. And then use nvim app name like this, which is great. Some strange choices. Its usefulness depends on your language. I see. You really love mini-nvim, use mini comments. I know, but I like comment.nvim. T-Pope's commentary is good too. Could you explain in soccer terms? Yeah, so in soccer terms, I don't necessarily want to change T-Pope Sleuth. I use GC all the time and didn't know GC%. Exactly, yep. Nope, this isn't true anymore. We can delete that as well, which is nice. Soccer, yeah. The game you play with your feet. Yes, indent. I'm just trying to see, are there any other plugins that agree feeling you gotta have some T-Pope, right? Blaze Smash, Cold Play. I think we leave Vim Sleuth in. I like Vim Sleuth is good. Oh, so you mean football? No, the ball is round, chat. In soccer, it's not shaped like a foot at all. You would only call it football if the ball is shaped like a foot. Now, calling it feet ball, that could make sense because you use both feet with it. But like, you wouldn't call it, like it's called football because it's shaped like a foot. Handball has a hand-shaped ball. Exactly. Yeah. It's football in the rest of the world, but not in the US. What do you mean the rest of the world? I'm not familiar. Where is that? Oh man. Euros in chat. Malding so hard right now. Anything but handsball. Yeah. Not again. When was that? Was that yesterday or 2 days ago when we tricked the guy in chat into believing I never even heard of Europe? Someone gave euros. Yeah, I think you're right. It was 2 days ago. And I was like, what is this fake dollar sign in front of here? And then, you know, someone in chat bites, obviously. He says euros. I'm like, euros? What is that? Oh, so good. Oh, my goodness. That one was so good. Unfortunately, Pick was here. And Pick typed KEKW and got me to laugh, right? Like, because I picture him on the other side of the computer, like, cracking up. So he made me break. Literally, Linux, I made that same joke. I was like, the sandwich thing? I said, Europe? I've never heard of that state. Oh, my goodness. Oh, man. Oh. Pick. Freedom height, exactly. It's true. It's where my great grandparents are from. Mm-hmm. So it's old, is what you're saying. Oh my goodness, chat. Where is the meme? All right, we got to go back. Where? Shoot. Where is the meme? I got to get the exact right words. I got to get the exact right words. Hodl? Hodl? Someone's got to have it, right? Where is the Rust and C meme? Someone has it somewhere, right? Did we save it anywhere? Can I look at like just media? Oh, here we go. This is a pinned message. This one needs to be pinned so that I can save it for later. Okay. Pinned right here. Copy image address. There we go. You understand what I'm saying? This one. Maybe this question was asked already, but why C before Rust? I mean, noob lingo. Isn't C outdated and Rust is new? Okay. So we take this here. We take this here. Right? Maybe this question has been asked already, but why Europe instead of USA? I mean, noob lingo. Isn't Europe outdated and USA is new? Let's go. Let's go. Let's go, America, baby. Nah, nah, nah. America, F yeah. And we gotta put this in here as well. America. Oh man. Someone is rating. I got it. You said someone's rating. I see YouTube chat. You only need to send once. What computer do I use? I use a Pop OS. Oh no, not the disclaimer. Oh man. Did someone clip the? Oh, here, sorry. We'll go back to the. Oh, this actually goes so good with this song.
Open source is great.
How many months do they have left? Dude, I love when Guillermo replies to my tweets. Dang it. Poland's newer than USA. Dang, you've got me on that one. Should I delete the extra comments? It wasn't a disclaimer. It's more, I think the other one is really funny. You saying I should delete this? I just like that. I just like this one. It's not a disclaimer. I don't care if Europeans get mad. I'm European multiple times a day. Walk into the bathroom. Sometimes I'm a pooping. Sometimes I'm a peeing, you know? So European. He's a peeing. I'm a peeing. European. We're all Europeans. Okay? So there's no shame. There's no problems with that. I love that joke. I already used it this week, but I couldn't help myself. European. I'm a peeing. We're all a peeing. Yeah. Oh my goodness. This might help you with your... Oh, dang it. You're right. Time to memorize. Time to memorize, chat. Time to memorize a bunch of these. Georgia, the state? Oh man, that'll be good. Some people really enjoy that even. Well, that's like... So we had this one song that we were playing back when I played like percussion in our like local like area symphony thing. And our conductor, one of my favorite lines he ever did, we were really struggling to keep tempo on the song. And so he was like, you guys are Russian dragons because you're a Russian and a dragon on this one. And it stuck with me to this very day. Habibi, love from Dubai. Well, hello to Dubai. Who's this Georgia? Is she nice? Do you know where Georgia is? Yeah, you mean the state or the country? Like, I do know both of them. Dude, it cracks me up when I tried explaining this to my wife that like there's people on this website that like interact with me that it's just like ridiculous. Is it not ridiculous that like Roush like replies to tweets of mine? I think it's ridiculous. It's like awesome and funny.